Welcome back to my channel, Bring Peace into Your Life. I'm so glad you're here today. If you're watching this, maybe you've had moments where emotions felt like they got the best of you. Maybe a stressful day at work turned into a fight with someone you love, or a small disappointment felt like it weighed on you for days. Or maybe you just want to find more calm and balance in your life to bring more peace into every day. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Emotional regulation for adults. What it is, why it matters, and simple techniques you can use to navigate your feelings and create more peace in your life. Firstly, let's get clear what emotional regulation actually is. A lot of people think it means never feeling angry, sad, or anxious, like you have to be happy all the time. But that's not true at all. Emotions are a natural part of being human. They're like signals, they tell us what's important to us, what we need, and what's happening in our world. Emotional regulation isn't about suppressing or ignoring your feelings, it's about being able to recognise what you're feeling, understand why you're feeling it, and choose how to respond in a way that aligns with who you want to be and what matters to you. It's about having control over your emotions instead of letting them control you. And that's how we bring more peace into our lives. So, why is working on emotional regulation so important? Let me share a few reasons. When we regulate our emotions well, they can when we don't regulate our emotions well, they can take over. We might say things we don't mean, make decisions we regret, or feel like we're on an emotional roller coaster that never stops. Over time, that can take a toll on our relationships. Think about it. If you're often reacting with anger or frustration, it can create distance between you and the people you care about. But when you can regulate your emotions, you're able to communicate better, listen more, and respond to others with kindness and understanding, something that builds stronger, healthier connections. It also affects your physical health. Did you know that strong, unregulated emotions can raise your stress levels? And long-term stress can lead to things like high blood pressure, sleep problems, even a weaker immune system. This is because you're filled with the stress hormone cortisol. When you learn to regulate your emotions, you lower your stress, and that's good for your whole body. Plus, it's good for your mental health. Emotional regulation helps you feel more in control of your life, more confident, and less likely to feel overwhelmed by difficult feelings. It's like having a toolbox that you can reach into whenever you need it, something that helps you navigate life's ups and downs with more ease and more peace. Now let's talk about some practical techniques that you can start using right away to regulate your emotions and bring more peace into your life. These are simple, but they work. You just have to practice them. The first technique is breath work. I know you've probably heard this before, but that's because it's one of the most powerful tools we have. Our breath is connected to our nervous system. When we're feeling stressed or upset, our breath tends to be short and shallow. When we take slow, deep breaths, we signal our body that we're safe and that help calms our emotions. Here's how to do it. Sit or stand in a comfortable position. Place one hand on your belly. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you breathe in, feel your belly expand like it's filling up with air. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you breathe out, feel your belly fall back in. Repeat this for a few minutes or even just a few times when you feel a strong emotion coming on. It's a quick way to hit the pause button and calm yourself down. The second technique is emotional labelling. This is something so simple, but research shows that it can actually reduce the intensity of your emotions. When you feel a strong feeling, just name it. Say it out loud or in your head. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling anxious. Sometimes emotions feel big and scary because we don't know what they are, but when you name them, you take away some of their power. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, what was scary becomes something you can see and understand. If you're not sure what you're feeling, that's okay too. You can say, I'm feeling something, I can't quite name it right now, and that is still helpful. The key is to acknowledge the emotion, not push it away. The third technique is the RAIN method. This is a really popular and effective tool for working through difficult emotions. Let's break it down. R is for recognise. First, recognise the emotion that's present, just like we did with emotional labelling. Name it. Be clear about what you're feeling. A is for accept. Accept the emotion for what it is, without judging it or yourself for feeling it. Say to yourself, it's okay to feel this way. Emotions aren't good or bad, they just are. Accepting them doesn't mean that you like them or that you want to feel them forever. It just means you're not fighting against them right now. Fighting an emotion usually makes it stronger, but accepting it helps it soften. I is for investigate. Investigate where the emotion is showing up in your body and what it's telling you. Ask yourself, where do I feel this in my body? Maybe it's a tight chest, a clenched jaw, or a heavy stomach. Then ask, what thoughts are coming with this emotion? And what does this emotion need from me right now? Be curious, like you're exploring something interesting. Don't judge, just learn. N is for non-identify. This means remembering that this emotion is not who you are. It's something you're feeling right now, but it's not all of you. You can say to yourself, this is a feeling I'm having, but it's not me. That creates a little space between you and the emotion, so you don't feel like you're consumed by it. Let me give you an example of how this works. Suppose you're feeling anxious about a presentation you have to give. You recognise it, this is anxiety. You accept it, it's okay to feel anxious. Lots of people get nervous before presentations. You investigate, I feel this in my stomach, it's all twisted. My thoughts are, what if I mess up? This emotion is telling me that this presentation matters to me and I want to do well. What it needs is for me to take a few deep breaths and remind myself that I'm prepared. Then you non-identify. This is anxiety I'm feeling, but it's not all of me. I'm more than this feeling. The fourth technique is cognitive reframing. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions are all connected. The way we think about a situation affects how we feel about it, and that affects how we respond. Cognitive reframing is about looking at a situation from a different perspective, which can help change the way you feel. Let's take an example. Imagine you're waiting for a friend who's late. You might think, they don't care about my time, they always do this. That thought would probably make you feel angry or hurt. But if you reframe it, you might think, I'm frustrated that they're late, but maybe something unexpected came up. I can text them to check in and use this time to do something I enjoy, like listening to a podcast or taking a walk. That thought would make you feel more calm and in control, even though the situation is still the same. Cognitive reframing isn't about pretending a bad situation is good. It's about seeing it clearly without adding extra negative thoughts that make the emotion stronger. It's about finding a perspective that helps you cope better and feel more peace. The fifth technique is self-compassion. When we're feeling strong emotions, it's easy to be hard on ourselves. We might think, I shouldn't feel this way, or I'm weak for feeling this. But self-compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would treat a good friend. When you're feeling upset, try saying these things to yourself. I'm doing the best I can right now. It's okay to feel this way. I deserve kindness and care just like everyone else. It might feel a little awkward at first, especially if you're not used to being kind to yourself. But with practice, self-compassion can become a powerful tool for emotional regulation. It helps you feel more supported, less alone, and more able to handle difficult feelings, all of which brings more peace into your life. Now I want to talk about how these techniques can help you in your daily life. Let's say you have a busy day at work and you're feeling overwhelmed. You can use breath work to calm yourself down in the moment. If you're feeling frustrated with a colleague, you can use emotional labeling to recognise what you're feeling, and then the RAIN method to work through it. If you're thinking negative thoughts about a situation, you can use cognitive reframing to change your perspective. And if you're being hard on yourself for making a mistake, you can use self-compassion to be kind to yourself. Over time, using these techniques will help you feel more in control of your emotions. You'll find that you're less likely to react impulsively, more likely to make choices that are good for you, and more able to build strong, healthy relationships. You'll feel less stressed, more calm, and more peaceful in your daily life. But remember, emotional regulation is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. You don't have to be perfect at it. Some days will be easier than others, and that's completely normal. There will be times when you feel like you're not doing it right, but that's okay. The important thing is that you're trying, that you're taking steps to learn and grow, and that you're being kind to yourself along the way. Bringing peace into your life isn't about never having difficult emotions. It's about knowing how to handle them when they come up so they don't take over your life. It's about creating a life where you feel more calm, more in control, and more connected to yourself and the people around you. I hope these techniques are helpful for you. Try them out, start with one or two, and see which ones work best for you. You can use them when you're feeling upset or even when you're feeling calm, just to practice. The more you use them, the more natural they'll become. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you take these tools with you and use them to bring more peace into your life. Remember, you have the power to navigate your emotions with grace and strength. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.